Hello, for this or that, today I'm going to be speaking on cash versus credit, and we'll talk about the pros and cons of each. But it's been an ongoing long debate, and there's people with their different, very strong beliefs on one side or the other. I'll tell you just basic pros and cons, but then also give you where I weigh in on these topics. With cash, so there's a few pros to it, so it's not really age specific. If someone's able to count and do basic math, they're going to be able to utilize currency and be able to hand that out and spend at most physical locations. And so that's a benefit that it's not really age related. You can give it to a child or a teenager and allow them to be constrained to what is available in their cash. And so that kind of leads to the next pro of having cash is that you actually can feel it, you can touch it, you can see it. So it feels more real when you are spending. Might feel a little bit more pain as you're handing out money and you're starting to see the pile of money that you started with dwindling and it kind of getting lower as you're waiting for that next cash infusion from a paycheck or chores or whatever that be. One huge significant con, especially as the world continues to become more automated, more online based, is you can't really use cash that easily to buy things online and do different services. So I'm sure it may be possible, but I haven't tried doing it. But if you were to order like an Uber ride, I don't know how you can get that taken care of by doing cash only at this point. So there's a lot of services and products that you may not be able to access as easily if you are kind of constrained to that cash mindset. Let's jump to the credit side and the pros and cons there. I'll just give you advance warning. I do feel very weighted in the power of being able to use credit cards for their rewards, which is free money, free rewards, essentially, if you have a card that doesn't have an annual fee. And I think the biggest thing with credit cards is that con side that if you're accidentally overspending because it's so easy to swipe and not really keep that mental track of how you're doing and whether you're spending more than you typically would or spending more than you should be because it's just so easy to swipe and be like, oh, I'll pay for that in the future. If you have that mindset, then credit's not going to be quite as powerful for you at this point. You'll want to focus in on your budget, your behavioral aspects when it comes to spending. And once you get that nailed down, then really credit is really powerful because of those freebies that you get, as well as it helps build your credit. Credit cards are one of the biggest builders of your credit score because they allow you to have such a long credit history, which is a big fundamental factor in how your credit score is accounted for. So those are the pros and cons of those. Obviously, there's different situations where you may only be able to use one or the other, but I think in most situations when you're able to use either or, I definitely prefer the credit side once you have that discipline because of the free money that you end up being able to achieve from doing the things that you would normally have to do anyways. So if you have any questions on that, feel free to reach out, but otherwise, have a great day.